And joining us as well, we have Themba Sokhabase at Siphosethu Primary School, who will be one of the beneficiaries of this. Great to have both of you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Leanne, for having us as well.
Thank you.
So, I mean, it's not often that we get to actually tell some good news stories. So, forgive me for smiling the whole way through the interview, because at least we're not talking doom and gloom. However, the initiative came from doom and gloom. So perhaps let's start off with you, Cassie. Talk to us about this initiative and where it all started.
Yeah, I think during the time of the riots, we were all waking up every morning, looking at the headlines and kind of thinking, is this happening? Is this real? And every day it was kind of getting worse and worse. And, us at PNG, we had a lot of our employees that were based down in KZN as well, who were feeding information back to us, like they can't get to grocery stores, they can't access food. And this was a real concern for them. And so we had to step up for our employees. They do so much for us, so we wanted to give back to them. And then after helping them, it kind of got to a point where it was like, if our employees are in this kind of state, how much worse is it for, other members of the community? And so we decided to step up. We put together these care packs, about 10,000 essential hampers made up of, essentials, Pampers, Ariel, Vicks, all those kinds of things, to donate to people to get them, get them through the next couple of days. And then we got to a point where we were like, a tube of toothpaste is only really going to go so far. So what else can we do to make a lasting impact? And that's when we heard about the stories of schools being burned to the ground, of being damaged, vandalized completely, and wanting to make a lasting impact. We knew that was where we needed to get involved. And so Project Siyagagabusha was born, and we have invested about 7 million rand into the rebuilding of these schools.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, it's a wonderful initiative, because I think let's get an idea. And Themba, this is where I bring you into the conversation. How badly damaged was the school during these riots?
Thanks, Leanne. Our school was badly damaged because all our records, school records that you can think of that is expected to be at school, were damaged. Worst part of it, because it was damaged, the admin block where records are kept was totally damaged. As a result, as we are speaking right now, we don't even have a record that you can think of that needs to be at school. It was just a heartbreaking situation. At Siphosethu right now, we are all heartbroken and deeply worried about the impact of that event to the academic performance of our learners. Everything that we have worked hard for and that we have achieved with learners and the community at large was totally destroyed.
Mm-hmm. And that is just, that's the sad lived reality of so many people when, we saw shops being looted and, people's livelihoods being completely destroyed. But I suppose we didn't really think to the kids and how their education was just taken away from them overnight. It wasn't only through, lockdown where kids couldn't go to school and still at this point doing the, different schedules in terms of going to school, but then having your school completely ruined and, not being able to access it because of these riots. Have the children been able to actually go into the school? Is it more the admin side that was actually destroyed? Have kids been able to at least still continue schooling in your environment?
Yes, Leanne. This happened last year in July 14.
Yeah.
But when school opened, then we said, no, we can't sit back and do nothing. We have to, because classrooms were not damaged. So the only thing that was damaged was the admin block. So we tried to do means of going on, try to do something, try to teach our kids what they were supposed to get in terms of schooling, in terms of information that was supposed to. We tried to cover the syllabus, even though we were working under a very constrained situation.
Yeah.
But we managed.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because whatever happened, but we said we need to do the best. We need to do the best for our kids.
Yeah.
The best that we can do is to teach them so that they achieve what they aim to achieve.
Yeah, yeah. Themba, that's amazing. And of course, that's purely due to you and your teachers and the will to want to keep the kids going. So well done to you. But now the good news is, through this, you're going to benefit a lot more with a new school. Well, not a new school, but certainly one that I imagine is going to be improved dramatically. So let's talk about that, Cassie. Obviously, you're coming in, you're going to be fixing up the school, but can we also expect some exciting new things coming in to these schools? I think there are 5 of them that have been identified.
Yeah, absolutely. I think listening to Themba and listening to, the work that him and the rest of the teachers are doing, despite the challenges, is really, really inspirational for us at PNG as well. And it's why we want to step up and see how we can get involved. And speaking about Siphosethu Primary School, where the damage was purely to the admin buildings, there are some schools that have had, their classrooms completely destroyed. And those are schools that we're getting involved in as well as we raise them up from the ground. So I think, one of the things that's so beautiful about this is we're also getting, members of the communities involved, to be part of the rebuild process. So together with our partners, UNICEF, the Department of Basic Education, as well as another NGO partner called the NECT, the National Education Collaboration Trust, we're really getting involved very much in the community and at a grassroots level to create that sense of ownership and create that sense of pride, so that as you walk past that school, you're like, I did that, I built that, and really to aid that sense of community as well.
Yeah. Is this a start? Because obviously there have been 5 that have been identified. I imagine, I'm not sure of what the total number of schools that were really damaged during these riots, but will there be more as this campaign hopefully just gets bigger and bigger and more partners jump on board?
Absolutely. We already are in discussions about what more looks like. Right now, the data that's coming through to us is over 100 schools were damaged. And so there definitely is room and space to do more. Right now, what we're looking at is how do we expand the program to be of more assistance to the schools. So yes, we're building schools, and yes, it's going to aid education. What other support could we provide? We have our Always Keeping Girls in School program, which provides, sanitary pads and puberty education to the girls. Can we get involved, in the schools that we're rebuilding to do that? As we gather more funding, can we be able to build more schools across KZN, but also Gauteng, where there was also damage as a result of the violence and the rioting. So absolutely, we're already in discussions of what that looks like.
Yeah.
Right now, we're focusing on getting those 5 schools up, but definitely coming.
Has it already started? Has the program already started? The renovations and the rehabilitation and building of these schools, has it started?
Yes, so we were actually originally supposed to kick off the program in December, but unfortunately, due to COVID, we had to postpone the kickoff of the build, and it is kicking off now in January.
Good.
And we're hoping to be done in the next couple of weeks.
That will be fantastic. Themba, what's your wish list? I mean, if there's one thing you feel that your school is missing, and obviously, I mean, you explained to us the admin, the paperwork, and all of that stuff. It's very hard to get that back, but what is on your wish list to just take your school to another level?
Yes, Leanne, my wish list, or I will say our wish list, our school is damaged, but as PNG and UNICEF and all these other stakeholders are going to assist, we wish to have a school that will be having a good admin block, good classrooms for us to work. A school that will keep on inspiring the current educators as well as those who are still looking for a work. Yeah. And even also the learners, they need to be happy in the school that they are in. So my main wish list is to see our school being restored back to its glory, but in a most improved infrastructure.
Yeah. Well, I think your dream may come true, and those of the children in this generation and hopefully in generations to follow as well. I think it's a wonderful initiative, and we wish you all the best going forward. Please send us updated photographs, because looking at those ones just give us, they give us very, very bad memories, and we'd love to see the renovations once they are done and you're up and running in an amazing way. So Themba, please promise us that you'll be able to, or Cassie, just send us those photos so we can share it with our viewers.
Absolutely.
Good.
Definitely, for sure.
Good luck. Thanks to both of you. Cassie Jangayi, PNG's communication leader for Sub-Sahara Africa, and Themba Sokhabase at Siphosethu Primary School. And they are going to be rebuilding or renovating those schools. They've identified 5 in KZN that were destroyed by the riots that happened in July last year. So a good news story on the back of a devastating time in our history. But let's just hope that all goes well, and we'll be able to show you those updated photographs. All right, let's get to our question of the day now.